Listen.
Welcome back to the Ray Davis Show. How's everybody doing? Y'all still cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, we good, man.
It's nice outside. Yeah.
Paris, would you like to introduce our first guest?
Yes. I would like to introduce our first guest. None other than David Leonard. I mean, this fella here is multi-talented, has years of experience, worked for Interscope Records for 5 years. I mean, graduated from Columbia College. Also has a plethora of experience in television. Welcome to the J. Davis Show, David Leonard. How are you?
What up, what up? I'm doing good. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you for coming by.
Man.
I mean, give the people a little bit more insight about who you are, what you do, and what you're currently doing.
Oh man, just like you said, I've worked in various areas of the entertainment industry. It's been over like 15 years. I know I probably don't look that old, but but yeah, it's been a blessing. Like I said, I graduated from Columbia College. While I was there, worked in radio. Started doing a lot of street promotions for different independent record promotion companies, and then I didn't really get my first music industry gig until about 2 years after I graduated. But before that, I started working in film, doing a lot of set production assistant work on different feature films, and then I started working in the music industry after that, and just been doing everything from acting to promoting to you name it. And currently I'm working on the Stars television show, which actually just won a Golden Globe Award, Boss, with stars Kelsey Grammer.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is he a cool dude in real life? I heard good things about him.
Man, he's real cool, man. He seems to really put on for a lot of brothers. A lot of people don't know he produces the Game. Yeah, the show that comes on BET, as well as he was also Girlfriends. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Real quick, we got a caller. Caller, you there? Caller, you there?
Guess not.
Okay, thanks a lot, caller.
All right. Shout out to rehearsal, right?
All right. That's a really good team. All right.
So, wow, that is pretty interesting. I mean, how long have you actually been working on the set?
This we're in our second season now. We actually been in pre-production since mid-February, I want to say, and we actually started filming this Monday.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's going to be a lot of exciting things going on. I came in mid-season last year, and I'm an assets coordinator and a product placement coordinator. The assets coordinator thing was totally new to me. I had never even heard of it before I was hired to do it. But basically my job on the show is basically keeping track of everything that the production purchases, whether it be wardrobe, props, set decoration, office supplies, you name it. I track and inventory everything. It's a lot of stuff. It might sound like that's not a whole lot, but
No, it
it's
sounds
a
like it's a
lot.
So if like they order a certain amount of call girls, you gotta get like the ethnicities down, because you can't send a black chick when somebody really wanted an Asian.
Right, exactly. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, and this year, it's I'm also helping with the product placement stuff. So like whenever you see a Apple computer in a movie, or you might see some somebody wearing some Nike gym shoes. I also assist with the coordinating and getting those product placements. And so it's it's real interesting. It's a lot of stuff out there people wouldn't even know exist. In those industries. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. So, I mean, we also know that you worked on Oprah behind the scenes. how was it being, a film coordinator for the 7th episode?
Man, that was crazy. Last season, Oprah's last season, I worked on her behind the scenes show, which was one of the flagship shows for her network. It was season 25 behind the scenes, and that came out of nowhere. Basically, I got called to do it out of the blue last. Actually, 2 summers ago, and then I got hired on as a field coordinator, and it was crazy. I worked at Harpo for about 10 months, just following Oprah around.
Tell the truth, she got a big booty. I know you don't look like that.
Yeah, I can't really comment on that, but I definitely can say she was a very, very sweet person, and learned so much by just getting candid look at how she lives and works behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm a huge Oprah fan. Did you see Gail often?
I saw her a few times. She came by, came by the show. Again, another cool person, and it was just great to follow around her staff and see what really goes on, behind the doors over there.
Is she cool, or does she? I can see, to be successful, you gotta go ham on somebody else. So has it been moments you like, yeah? Man,
I'll share one thing with you. I was actually looking for those type moments. I really didn't see much of that at all, but I will say, if you watch the show, there was an episode where Jennifer Hudson had ended up coming late to the show, and this had never happened, I guess, in the 25 years of the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Oh, wow!
How dare you?
Well, what happened was she came in for a rehearsal, and she did a rehearsal, but then she flew out of town to do another engagement that she had, and nobody knew she was gone. And this was right around the time when we had like the really bad snowstorms.
Yeah.
And so she got caught. She got caught in I think it was Dallas, somewhere in Texas, and couldn't get back on time. And so they were trying to figure out. They were trying to scramble to see if they were just going to postpone the show or just push the time back. And they had all these people waiting, and Oprah was just freaking out. And that was like the closest I've ever seen her.
Did she have a curse or? But?
Oh yeah. She
Like, what kind of curse words is Oprah
use? You heard the S word a lot, other than that, it didn't get too graphic.
So how does Oprah and Gail get along? There's rumors about them like having like a love relationship. Did you notice that?
Nah, I didn't. She even addressed it on the show a couple times.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh yeah, because she. I mean, obviously she reads the tabloids just like everybody else, but. It just seemed like they was just real, best friends. I didn't see nothing, extracurricular going on.
Well, it's like, I don't know, I guess like people in a certain state financially that they don't have to address things, but me being me, I don't fuck with no dudes. like I'll let somebody have it if they spread a rumor about me that ain't true. Well, I put a hit out on them or something.
Right.
Wow, Jay.
I definitely feel you on that. But, Gail was really cool. I got to see and meet a lot of people. Actually, one of the most interesting people I met while I was there was George Bush.
Wow. Little Bush or Big Bush?
Little Bush.
Little Bush.
I would have stuck my foot out and tripped his ass.
Why would you do that?
Why?
He still got Secret Service. You would have got shot for tripping somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's what was
George
crazy.
Bush done to you?
What has he done to our nation? Hello? Our country? Are you serious?
I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay, that's great.
All right. What happened? Did he shake your hand, or did he call you a boy, or what did he?
It was funny because if you saw the episode, the actual episode of her show, Oprah kind of went in on him about the whole,
9/11.
9/11, and then she asked him about the Kanye, his statement about he didn't care about black people, and he was talking about he was very hurt by it or whatever. And so it was interesting when the show was over, he came out. And Secret Service was actually kind of laid back with him. I was surprised.
But I wanted him to get shot.
Right. But it was like me and one of the other field coordinators who also happened to be black was standing like at the end of the hallway. And it was like he went out of his way to come right to us to shake our hands.
Yeah. Like, I want to show you that I do like black people.
I do care about black
He
people.
scrubbed his hand right after that once he got into his dressing room.
Right.
I don't think Bush is racist though. I mean,
he's just about as racist as any other racist person.
Nah,
because black people say some racist shit too. Get stuck in, let some person of another race cut you off. You would say that could be from Romania. You like, you white motherfucker.
Everybody that's not black is white.
Jay, honestly, now I believe Dick Cheney, who was really running the country, was racist. I believe he's racist. I don't think.
I felt bad. He had that little dead baby hand. Who had the baby hand?
He got shot in the face.
Cheney. Oh, he just got shot in the face. Oh, sorry.
I do realize that if Bush would have died and Cheney would have died, Condoleezza Rice would have been.
That's perfectly fine.
Right.
You know, they
I mean, but I'm
say
just
that was
saying,
his
he
mistress.
put that together though. And then before then, he had the other, what's the other black guy that was in there?
You mean the one that ended up getting killed?
No, the one that ended up
Colin
leaving after the
Powell.
first Colin Powell.
I
I mean, so
yeah.
you can't say he's racist now. Now, is he dumb motherfucker? Yeah, he probably is. He's the smartest person.
He
Like,
had to be the dumbest president.
I can honestly say I think he done said the word nigga before, and I think pretty much
Of course.
everybody
but,
in
you know,
here.
I think there's a lot of white people that say the word nigga now.
Yeah. Hey Dante. No.
Nah,
Anyway. Anyway, so what is the craziest thing that you done seen happen on like any movie set?
Oh man, where do I begin? Let me see. You know, you see a lot of yelling from directors and like actors.
Like what? Tell me an actor you saw got bitched out by a director. I want to lose respect for somebody today.
Man, you know, I honestly can't ever say I've seen that. I know one of the early movies I worked on was this movie called Light It Up, and I was a production
Light It
assistant.
Up.
on
Who was in that?
Yeah, it was Usher,
Also, yeah.
Rosario Dawson, Fredro Starr.
Okay.
And that movie was kind of crazy because we shot it out on the South Side. They made it like it was New York, but it was shot on the South Side at Calumet Career Academy, and we were shooting while the kids were still in school. So it was like, imagine we walking Usher and Fredro Starr and all these people through the school while the kids are still in session, and they used to just get mobbed, and it was real crazy. But I will say, there was an incident one time when one of the extras got mad at Usher for no reason, and she went to the craft service table. That's where they have all the snacks and stuff for the cast and crew. And she went to the craft service table and grabbed a handful of M&Ms and threw them at him.
Wow.
And
She's not working anymore.
well, she was definitely abruptly escorted out of the building, but
Wow.
his security turned to me like, did you see that? And I had my back turned, so I didn't see what happened. And then he was like, the girl just threw some M&Ms at Usher.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm looking at like, okay, you're his security.
Right.
What do you want me to do about it? So,
You were supposed to jump in front of him and deflect the M&Ms off your face.
Oh, take him to the chest. I mean, what? That is crazy.
And then there was another incident. It was actually on my first day of working on the movie. For those that don't know what a production assistant is, you're like a glorified gopher. You go for this, you go for that, and you run around and make sure everything's running smooth on the set. You back up the director, letting everybody know what the direction.
Yeah, you have a couple of those, don't you?
And all of that. And
I got some lousy motherfuckers. Anyway.
Whenever like a cast member is leaving or you leave, you're supposed to let somebody know over the walkie, hey, I'm going to this place or this person's going this place. So my very first day there, I'm just kind of meeting everybody. And Rosario Dawson comes out. She had just finished shooting one of her scenes. And she sees me, and she obviously doesn't recognize me. So she comes up to me and says, "Hey, can you walk me back to my trailer?"
Cool.
And I'm looking like, "Oh, okay."
What was her name? Lala?
Right. I was like, "Yeah, of course I can." So I just walk off set, and then we walk to our trailers, which is like across this long field, and she's just asking me who I am and what I'm about and everything. She's holding my hand while we're walking back to the trailer. So I'm like, yo, what's about to go down? So we get back to the base camp area where all of the actors are, and we get to her trailer, and she's still holding my hand as she's walking up into the trailer. I'm like, yo, this is the best first day ever. And she opens the door, and I get to the top of the stairs, and Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest is sitting in her trailer.
Motherfucker.
I guess they was friends or whatever. And he's sitting there on his phone, and he kind of like gets up and looks like, yo, who is this dude? And then she closes the door on my face.
Wow.
So I was just
Man,
like,
you should have shot him in the head like on Poetic Justice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Did you just say that?
Man, you could have smashed Lala. Like, you know how many people, people wouldn't even believe you. Like, yeah, old girl from Game. I fucked up.
right.
Hey,
Wow.
ladies, you see how us men think? All she asked him to do was walk into the
Yeah,
trailer
we think the
But
and
she was
thought we was
she
gonna
was
score.
holding his hand.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, I got in trouble for
You
that
telling
too.
me, Pat, we're holding hands
No,
right now.
I got
Okay.
in
Does that mean I'm
trouble.
gonna score?
I got-
If I was into
Hell
that.
no.
Y'all doing
Not with me.
I got in trouble for leaving my post without letting anybody know.
Oh, man, don't blame it on Lala.
First day
But
mistake.
you ever
But it
got,
was worth it.
Yeah.
He thought he was about to score.
you ever got like a weird request from somebody like, hey man, go give me some roses and Hennessy. Anybody?
Not.
You don't have to say the name.
Was it, yeah, not on movie sets.
Whoa!
Well, no. When I was with Inscope, I got a lot of those requests.
Oh yeah.
Roses and Hennessy.
You wouldn't believe it, or maybe you would.
What do you? Like
Right.
you
Somebody,
Especially in the music industry.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's just like a given.
Yeah.
So I mean, man, you've done Spider-Man 2 as well. You've done
Mhm.
Just Visiting, Stir of Echoes,
Mhm.
Brilliant Edition,
Mhm.
ER.
Mhm.
I mean, you've been on quite a few sets. Extreme Couponing. How the hell was that?
That was it. You know, it was actually a real easy shoot.
Mhm.
You know, reality television, I will say, is a totally different beast from scripted television and film because everything's super fast paced.
Okay.
It's not really, you know, planned. The day isn't always planned out. You kind of have an outline of what's gonna happen,
Mhm.
but the direction can change at any second, and it just like it's super hectic. And you either got to be, if you're not on top of it, you're definitely gonna fall apart. So like the Oprah show was my first taste at working on a reality television crew, and it was very, very different and fast paced. And at first I was just like, yo, I can't, I don't know if I can do this. And then I, you know, got used to it. But yeah, stream couponing was real cool. We covered some twins who lived out in the south suburbs, and they was getting everything for free. They was stocking up all these coupons that they had collected for like a year and getting groceries, like $500 worth of groceries for like $5.
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes. I was like,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a recession, so
Yeah.
that's wise.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could keep up with all the coupons, and I'm not that organized to actually establish that. So, I mean, besides what your current position is with the television show Boss
Mhm.
or television series, what are some of your goals for your career? And, you know, also to tell us about your company and some of the things that you do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, my real passion has always been, you know, being in front of the camera. I've, you know, hosted, you know, a couple, you know, local television shows. I do a lot of acting. I do some theater. I do a lot of commercials. I have a couple commercials that I'm running right now. I do a lot of corporate video, which is like the majority of the stuff I do. I've done some independent film. I was in a film recently with my man Lil Rel called Get a Job.
I just saw him at Tommy's.
Lil Rel, congratulations to
Yeah,
Lil
shout
Rel.
out to Lil Rel,
He's
yeah.
gonna be on the cast of In Living Color.
Yeah, I know. He told me that night.
Yes,
Yeah.
So happy for that brother. He's
Yeah, I'm happy
doing
for him too. It's hilarious.
doing big things, and but yeah, like acting is really my passion. So you know, I definitely want to do more of that. Take more classes. Just you know, keep trying to perfect my craft. And then you mentioned, you know, I also have a company called Superior Media Group. It's a multimedia company. We do everything from, you know, event marketing to record promotion to publicity, a little bit of everything. And me and one of my partners, TJ Armour, do that. And we actually, one of the clients we work with is actually here today, my man Rello, the Dreamer, who I guess you guys are going to be talking to in a minute.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we just, you know, do a lot of everything. So in the future, I really want to focus on that more, you know what I'm saying? And not have to work for nobody.
So you getting into, I saw you did that Coors Light commercial, that demo reel you did?
Yeah. That was actually a spec commercial based off of the, you know, the Coors Lights commercials where, you know, you see the guys doing the fake press conference and talking to the coaches. That was a commercial. It was a spec commercial, and a basic spec commercial is where somebody will shoot a fake commercial or film or whatever to pitch, whether it be for a contest or to actually get picked up by somebody. And that one was actually for a contest for Coors, and it actually won. We did three commercials, three different commercials. That one won, and the director won like $3,000, and the commercial aired on TiVo. during the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that was something I've done. And right now I have a couple local commercials running. One for ABC7.
Yeah, I saw him. I said, wait a minute. I know that fella. He was walking with the young lady on ABC News. I was like, that's David.
And, I really want to get more into voiceover too. I have a voiceover commercial that's running now too for Cook Brothers Furniture. So that's like, it's so much money in voiceover. That's what I want to get into.
CV, you thought about doing voiceovers?
No. You think I should?
Not really. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I think that the beer commercial, Coors Light commercial, showed a little bit of your comedic side, you know, and also we saw a few of the other movies and films that you were in on your demo reel.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
You want to get into more comedy?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing a sketch comedy show with a brother by the name of Maurice Dortch. It's called Last Laugh Comedy Troupe, and it's going to be a web series, sort of like a web in living color. And we've already been shooting a bunch of sketches for it, and that'll be coming to your internet real soon. But you know, I love what you're doing, brother.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Man, I'll be seeing all your stuff like, man.
Hey, I don't do it for the joy. I do it for like the loose women that's out there, man. You can say whatever you want to people, and they just laugh. You're like, hey, can I snip cocaine off your butt? Ah! And then they pull their pants out. It's beautiful.
Yo, the sexual harassment videos have me dying.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm serious.
But yeah, I'm actually me and CV gonna work on like a pilot for a sketch show, like a 2-30-minute pilot. So yeah, we definitely gotta hook up on a couple of things. I just been busy as shit, man. I don't have time to rub on Paris or nothing like that. How you doing, Paris? So
I was fine until you started rubbing my thigh.
that was an accident. Anyway, I wrote that sexual harassment for me.
Speaking of sexual harassment, you know you got me in some trouble, right?
You got yourself in trouble. Look, you saw the last one, where the bad dates one, when he picked the girl up and her ass was showing.
Wait, was it?
Sexual harassment. Why you want to bring that one up?
Oops.
See, which one? You gotta be specific now before he started laying all his dirt out there. Then your wife had all his stuff out on the street. See, he hasn't learned anything.
But do you think, well, I know how I feel, but do you think it's hard for a person of color to try to break into like any kind of film?
I mean, you know what, the avenues, I would say, yes, it's still hard for a lot of people of color because, you know, we have to kind of make our own way and make our own opportunities, so that makes it a little bit harder. But, you know, I was definitely actually working on Boss. I got to sit down with the brother Mario Van Peebles, who directed a bunch of the episodes.
Do you still have like the dreadlock baby hair stick
he still looks like a detective. What's his name from New Jack City?
Yeah,
This nigga the dreadlock baby.
But no, he's a super cool, down to earth brother, and he's coming back this season actually to direct a few more of the episodes. But you know, he was definitely schooling me a lot. You know, I learned a lot from him, just about, you know, going out there, you know, like you're doing, and creating your own opportunities. Because with, you know, the web, I mean, you got the world at your fingertips. You don't have to, you know, wait for anybody. All you gotta do is have a good team around you to, you know, help things come together. So I think it's opened up the landscape as far as, you know, people being able to really create their own stuff and opportunities.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Are you working on any projects coming up other than your web series?
Let's see. We got The Last Laugh. I'm gonna be appearing in an independent film called Flossed. And then another one called That Psycho Wisconsin Girl. And yeah, outside of that, you know, I just want to, you know, keep focusing on, you know, doing more stuff, more commercials, and I also am developing another web series. This one's more of a family type comedy. I can't talk about it too much, but yeah, it's already in the works.
It's not gonna be profanity or incest or
Nah.
That would make the show go.
No, that only happens in your stuff.
Right, exactly. Only on the J. Davis film.
So if anybody want to reach you, try to throw their shot at, like, anyone want to reach you, try to slip you something to get on balls. So what's the best way? Facebook. It happens, man. I know you done got offers before.
Oh man,
I used to see some of the emails and phone calls I get. It's ridiculous.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, definitely. Boss actually is looking for people, you know, for extras and stand-ins and all that stuff. It's gonna be a real exciting season. We got some great special guests, and then Sanaa Lathan just joined the cast. I just saw her the other day. Oh my God. Yes. So she's joining the cast as well as a few other new people. So it's gonna be a real exciting season. But if you're interested in being an extra, if you go on Facebook, go to Atmosphere Casting, and you can sign up there. And they're looking for people right now. Because like I said, we start shooting on Monday. It's gonna be 10 episodes they're filming, and you know, it's gonna be a good look.
Where y'all shooting at?
We actually most of the stuff is shot. They have the big sound stage over on the west side, CineSpace Studios. It's right off of like 16th and sort of near Roosevelt.
Yeah, Roosevelt.
No, not too far from there.
Yeah, there's
Central, right off Central.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where the majority of everything is shot. You know, all of the interior scenes and stuff, and then there's 2 other new series that are filming out of there right now. One's called Chicago Fire, which is an NBC pilot. And then another series is coming in there called the MTV is doing called Underemployed. So it's just real busy over there right now.
That's cool. Well, I hope y'all keep bringing on how to work black celebrities. I get excited when I see a black celebrity I ain't saw in a long time. But ooh, Malik Silver.
You see, they killed him off. Why did I get married too?
But it's just like, cause you gotta think, cause like once you become a celebrity, you can't just work a normal job. You can't work at like Sitco or nothing like that.
I heard someone say Cole.
Yeah, he sell cars now.
You told me that, right?
Yeah.
He was on the game though.
He was on the game, but
that's an appearance. That's not a regular occurring role, I don't think.
You gotta have all them side hustles going.
But I want to thanks again for coming out, man. I really appreciate it. We definitely got to hook up on a couple of things.
Y'all crazy.
DJ 8-Ball, could you take us out on a quick break?
Cole getting money, man. Y'all crazy.
We don't need no petroleum. Listen. Bright lights.
Love songs, but I'm writing one for you. What's up? This your girl Jamisha Trice, and I'm listening to the Jay Davis Show every Saturday from 2 to 4. Jay Davis, you nasty.